veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
hey there, what's going on there?
Hey, what's happening? Time for episode 3, Blood Sisters.
Episode 3 of Blood Sisters. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you got to say it one time for us, that the way you
blood,
say it.
Blood!
Where in the heck did you get that from? What? I need to know.
It's from a reggae song.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, where did he get that from? Like,
yeah,
what?
I'm gonna find it and send it to you. Yeah.
Reggae song.
Yep.
Okay, that makes a little sense there. Oh, you just keep popping up on the screen. You're just trying to be a show off. What's going on here? Yeah, we know. All right, we know. Yay!
Hey, that's not my doing.
Yay! For our new channel member for the A team. Absolutely. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Ellen, Roro, Monique, Tiger Reed. How's everybody tonight? Ellen's in the house. Hey. Ooh, I didn't see you there. Okay, Monique, Monique in the house.
So Alex with the big bucks, huh? Oh, tell me something.
Hey, Monique, let me find out.
I don't know. That'd be our little secret. I don't know. The big bucks. All right.
I always thought he was kind of cute too.
Yeah. Don't start nothing.
Then it won't be nothing.
Right.
Everybody will be good. We'll all be good. Yes. Right. I like the way Ellen. I like the way Ellen V thinks also. Like the video as you enter the building, people. Yeah. Yes. Let's give Ellen a hand. Thank you for moderating. Woo.
Wow. And I'm assuming as we going through the podcast, other people will be entering the building, and it'll be a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Well, it's a Friday night, and we're going to continue on. I mean, we're going to get started in a few minutes. We'll give them a few minutes to kind of get in the building. Something I wanted to talk to you about. How do you feel about okay, so I just got, guys, I got this little quick story I want to tell. Just a quick story from, real life, okay? How do you feel about when you're hanging out with your friends, or you're talking to your buddies, your friends on the phone, and they don't mind complaining to you about whatever, people at work, people at home, their husbands, their children, whatever. They don't mind complaining to you, right? But as soon as you have a complaint, all of a sudden they're just all rainbow and unicorns. And, oh, you should just have so much grace. You should just have so much mercy. And this is how I would do it. And I would just be so sweet and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I just don't understand. Does anybody here understand about that? I don't understand. You guys understand?
Been there, done that. Those are people who can't take their own advice. They're good at giving it, but not good at taking their own advice.
Yay. Hey, Roro in the house. I don't know. It popped up, Roro in the house. I think this is a badge for Roro, and we're going to give Roro a big shout out and a hand. Woohoo! Yay! I guess they can't. I got a girlfriend like that, so I wonder sometimes, like, how do you, like, you want to complain, but then when I complain, you don't want to listen to me complain. I think it's okay. Like, you know what? I think complaints are human nature. None of us are perfect. We're all flawed individuals, and I think it's okay to complain.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can complain, but don't stay stuck there in the complaint. You can
No.
complain, but then after you complain about the issue, focus on the solution. Don't just wallow in the complaint.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm never gonna stay focused on the complaint. But don't you think that sometimes, Alex, sometimes you just need to vent? It's just a form of venting.
All the
Is the
time.
way
All the
that's the way
time. It's
I look
good.
at it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's good
Go ahead.
therapy to vent.
Yeah, it's exactly. You're getting it off your chest. I'm not gonna stay stuck, but then I also think that I think like if you're somebody's friend, I think you should be able to just kind of listen to them for a minute or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that complains every time you see me. It's just,
Mm,
yeah, what's going on with that, Ellen? Ellen V says our badges changed. Oh, is that because like after a week or after a few days it kind of like changes colors, right?
mm,
I'm not really. Oh, Ellen V has a good point because I be thinking that too.
mhm.
You can read that.
Yeah, some friends are selfish. Your definition of friendship and their definition of friendship could be two different things because
That's a
you
true
know
story.
there people will call you 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when they
Mhm,
going through issues to complain and talk about their issues and expect you to be awake and available and all this kind of stuff. And the
mhm,
minute you have a problem, they're unavailable for you. So
mhm.
I can't deal with people like that. I just can't. So
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know what? And I try to give everybody grace. So, it is what it is. I try to accept everybody, and try to be as positive and helpful as we possibly can to one another because we're all here on this journey, and nobody's perfect. We are all flawed individuals. I don't care what anybody says.
mhm. I mean, I'm about as perfect as you'll get, but even I'm flawed. So
Where's the machine at? I hope you heard that over your laughter. Let me play it one more time for you.
what you been eating? You must be eating some of that White Castle.
That's the sound machine, silly. That's the sound machine.
Oh my goodness! See, White Castle is the only place you can still get gas for under $2.
Oh, that's a good. That one, Kirby even had to laugh on that one. That was pretty good, Alex. Okay, you are improving. You are
Oh boy!
improving. Right,
Yo, what's
right.
up, Kirby?
Hey, Kirby. All right. Okay, we'll go ahead and get over here to the
You gonna walk over to your notes?
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna
What-
walk all the way over here. Walk my fingers all the way over to this other this other chapter here. All right.
Oh my goodness! Are they in
Uh,
chronological order?
something like that. Something like
Something
that.
like that.
So
Okay.
as we see as part three opens, we see that Sarah, the late Cola's fiance, and her best friend Kimmy are on the run in the car in that Toyota. Now I misspoke. I said a Toyota Corolla on the last or first episode, but they're actually in a red Toyota Camry. And this is
Mm,
important because a Camry, that's a really good car. I like
yeah.
those Camrys. I'd like to have a Camry myself one day. I
Right.
like those. Even though I live here in Detroit, and that is a foreign car for us, but that's okay. That's
Mm,
okay. It's a good car.
right.
It's a well-made car. So
Yeah.
anyway, they're in the car leaving Lagos, Nigeria. The
Mm,
Nigerian police have an APB out on them. They are told that they are armed and dangerous, and if they
yes.
must, they will shoot to unalive.
Right. Hmm. And the
Mm.
best the best part about that is they took their wigs off, so it's on now.
Oh yeah, I love that part. Thank you for bringing that up. I love that part. So as they're in the car in the beginning, you see them kind of just take their ring. With Sarah, she's a little more timid. She kind of slid hers off. The other girl kind of snatched hers off. She did something
Right.
what I would do. She snatched that sucker off, and I mean, she had that hair cut down like Covada style, cut close, low,
That's
low,
it.
low, low, low.
That's it.
And then Sarah had, she had the oh gosh, it's off,
Yeah,
right off the top of my
Sarah's a
head.
little she a little
She had the
slow to the
plaid.
draw.
What do
Yeah,
you
she
call them? What do you call
oh she
cornrows?
had she had cornrow braids.
She had cornrow braids in her hair. Yeah,
Hmm.
she
Yeah.
had them braided back, and just
Mm,
very very modest, very modest. But I love that. That's something I usually do on the 10th year, like so 20, 30, 40, and so on. I have
hmm.
made it kind of it's almost been a tradition where I will take and cut my hair down very
Hmm.
very low.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew, I said, once they pull them wigs off, first of all, they trying to change the way they look, their identity or
Yes.
whatever.
The
And
identity, yes. Trying to
yeah,
hide.
you're trying to hide the way they look. They got to change that. And that's how you know that they are officially on the run from that point.
They are officially on the lam. Them
Yeah.
girls said, "We out of here. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out."
Right.
Go over here to some of the comments for a second. Yeah, Roro is making a fuss in the crowd. Go Roro, go Roro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Get
and
down to
go ahead.
get down to Roro's other comment about the wigs.
Oh, okay. But I wanted to explain something or say something on. I wanted to come back to this. The video or the announcement. I'm gonna tell you something. It actually was there for like, I don't know, like 3 videos. I think what it is, I'm new to the memberships, right? But I'm guessing what it is, what the pattern seems to be is when, so you guys signed up to be members on the same night, right? Roro, Monique, and Ellen, the same night, the same video, right? So you guys were on there for like 2 or 3 videos and you were on this one, but then when Alex signed up, he kind of bumped you guys off the roll. So I don't know how it came back. I don't know what's going on. That's fine though. I think everybody should be acknowledged. So I try to acknowledge you every, video. I will continue to do that. And we know that you guys are gonna get those shout outs and all of that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, I just wanted to explain that Kirby's still having a good time. Roro said, Alex. Okay, now this is the comment you're talking about. Go ahead and read it.
Yes. Taking the wigs off was the best part.
You know what? Okay, Roro, ladies in the chat, which is better? Tell the truth now. Which is better, taking off the wig or taking off the bra when we get home from work? Which is better? Which is really more freeing, the wig or the bra, or both?
or even this. The 2-foot eyelashes. Which one is?
Yeah, I'm not a real eyelash gal, so I can, I've done them for photo shoots here and there, but and ladies, you can, throw that one in there too, I guess, because those those are irritating to me.
Yeah, the eyelash game now with some of these women is way out of hand with these eyelashes. It's crazy.
Right. And then Roro says, I love that Sarah took that heavy light makeup off too. Exactly. She looked like a totally different girl. She did, didn't she?
Yeah, she did look different. Yeah, she did look different.
Because you know what it is, and we're talking about, Alex and I are talking about this on another show that we're thinking about covering. It's a whole thing with this lightening, with the skin lightening and the skin bleaching. So yeah, like she was several shades darker than her foundation. I was like, well, what's up with that?
Right. Yeah. But she looks good though still. They still both look good. They're looking a bit they're looking a bit more gritty now because they're on the run.
Yeah, that's a good word for it too. That's a good word for it. Absolutely. They are looking gritty. I've got a couple more questions, then we'll go back. Okay. Monique, she like me. She said, take that bra off. That thing is irritating. Yes. Freedom. Let's give some applause for that. Yeah, that bra release is something else. Monique says, I've never worn a wig, but I'm sure that feels good too. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you got a head full of thick hair, so yeah, no need to wear a wig. But yes, for those of us that worn that too, that can be kind of irritating too, especially for me, Monique. I got a big head. I got a really, really big head.
Boom.
Oh, you got your own sound effect over there. Wait a minute. What's LNV? LNV said, yeah, the heavy light makeup. Exactly. Right. And then, Roro, like doing a strip tease over here.
Yeah, Roro just come in the house and get naked. That's it.
She said they both come off for me. Don't do wigs anymore. Okay, I heard that. Right. Yeah. They've kind of resurfaced though. Wigs are kind of back into vogue now. Like it's not like you wear a wig, because your hair is short or you don't have hair or whatever that thing is. I mean, you can wear it for those reasons, but a lot of people that hey, look, if Kenya Moore from Detroit, if Kenya Moore can wear a wig with all that hair that she has, then anybody can wear a wig, right?
And you know what? They have braided wigs now to make you seem like you have braids.
I've seen that. Now, I like that. I'm trying to think. Was it my girl Kia Simone who had one, or somebody I know here locally had a braided wig in a picture, and I thought it was so cool because I was asking them who braided their hair, and they're like, "Girl, no, that's a wig." I was like, "What? You don't have to sit now for 10 hours to get your hair braided?"
No, get a braided wig.
There you go. There you go. And last one, Ellen V says, I used to wear wigs and would take them off as soon as I got
in the car. Wow. You waste no time.
Yeah, you didn't waste no time, girl. So hey, and I guess the bra would come off as soon as you got home. So I understand. I do understand, girl. Trust and believe.
Yeah. Wow.
It is not easy being a lady. It is not.
Sure ain't. But now we got them. They are armed and extremely dangerous. So
right. Yes. So, and then we see the young women. They are hidden in a. Okay, now I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody here, but I do call this kind of like a shanty or a very makeshift home, right, on the river. I want to know. Like, I didn't have any way to really ask anybody. What is that called? Like this city by the river, on the river, because literally these houses were on like stilts, right?
Yeah, but and wherever it is, it looks very impoverished.
Well, yeah, that's why I said shanty, but I don't want anybody to be offended. But we know that
every place has a ghetto. Every place has a ghetto. I mean,
well, many places have shanties and impoverished. I don't really like using the term ghetto, sir.
Yeah,
but
I do.
You can say what you want. I know you guys like saying you like it being provocateur. No, but anyway. So in the meantime, Cola's funeral is well attended and it's underway, and his brother Femi speaks as if he loves Cola, as if he loved him, and Udak, Femi's wife. Somehow, even in black, in the middle of a funeral, she's sitting there with her legs crossing. Kind of reminds you of what was that scene in the movie?
Oh, you talking about Sharon Stone movie?
Sharon Stone movie. Like you have to wonder, does she even have on underwear? Like she manages to be sexy at the most inconvenient times.
I'd rather her not have none on. You that she knows she's sexy. She knows she got it. You know what I mean?
She got it.
She knows she got them. It don't matter what she's wearing.
And not only that, Alex, have you noticed she knows how to use it? That's kind of become a lost art, I think.
She definitely knows how to use it.
She knows how to use it. Yes.
And then it's funny too, because as Femi speaking, and he's saying that the sister, is away at a university, she getting her butt beat naked in the shower. So, at that exact moment, it's
yeah, that's another thing. You're right. I'm like, man, but one thing I like about her, she is not afraid to fight, and she's not afraid to speak up for herself.
No, she gonna fight. She don't care how big you are, nothing. She gonna fight.
That girl was fighting her was a big girl. She was huge. She was huge.
But you know what was also great about that fight scene with the sister? It's just all that sexy chocolate nakedness. The wet body's melting down in the shower. Just Lord.
What in the world?
And that was a provocative scene right there. They fighting naked, and then the girl standing around, everybody naked.
That took the place of your porn for today.
it sure did.
I don't understand you. It's just all those women and all those body parts. It was just so much for you, huh?
All the soap just dripping off. It just oh my
goodness. Oh Lord. Where's Bob when you need her for a Lord? It don't make sense.
It was a good fight. It was a good fight scene, though.
It really was. Yeah. I mean, it looked authentic, and I couldn't believe it. But I would have been quiet. That girl, big as she was to her little size, I would have had to keep my mouth shut.
Right, but and then once the ladies came in and broke it up, I'm not sure what you call the ladies that came in. The heads of the place.
Like the head mistresses of that rehab home, I think. Yeah.
I mean, she was trying to beg them to go to her brother's funeral. She knew they wasn't going to allow that, but I guess she figured that she used it as an excuse why she was fighting. So
Right, right, right. Well, yeah. And I don't know if it was an excuse. She was fighting because the girl literally, was kind of trying to punk her out, and she refused to stand down. Basically,
Well, yeah, that
it's
part.
kind of a
But
prison mentality. Like, everybody's trying to establish dominance, but unfortunately, Cola's sister is the new gal in town, so she don't really have no standing, right?
right, holy standing is to fight and get her respect that way. That's it.
That was it. Yeah, yeah. So you're right. So you took that first part that Cola's sister's begging for the to attend her brother's funeral, and at the graveside. Now here's guys. Here, this is where we discover something. The piece of information we were wondering the last couple of the last two parts. At the graveside, Mom or Mommy Dearest is met by a past love. Their
Mhm.
secret is revealed. Apparently, the children do not share the same father. So
Right.
see, it's only Cola who was actually fathered out of wedlock, even though she was married to the other two children's dad. Her
Mm.
secret lover who decided to stay in the ministry and stay with his wife and not marry her. So she was angry at him and she loved Cola
Yeah.
because somewhere in her heart, even though she's angry at this man, there's still some want and some desire toward him, right? She was
Miss-
hoping that he would abandon his wife, which I don't understand. Like, okay, so somebody explain this to me if you're watching and explain this to me, because in Nigeria, men can have multiple wives. So why didn't he just marry her? Well, wait a minute. This is confusing because she's married to the pharmaceutical guy, right? The pharmaceutical CEO before he passes.
Right.
And then this guy's married to everybody's
They,
married. So
they,
how's he gonna marry her? This is crazy.
they probably were cheating with one another, obviously.
I get that part.
Right.
I get that
But
they're cheating.
she probably wanted to marry. She probably really loved him, but he chose
Right.
his wife and his career over her. I mean, he's a minister, so he's trying to, keep up, faces. You know what I mean? Keep that
Yeah,
image up.
it
You know?
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, thank you. I'm going to get back to the comments real quick. Thank you, JM Vlog. I really appreciate that. JM Vlog who came in. Thank you so much. Let me give you a hand for that. He shared out on his community tab, and that's an idea. Anybody that wants to help the channel to grow, of course, like the video. That always helps, right? Become a member. That's helpful too if you can. Or another way is if you have a community tab because you have over 500 subscribers, you can always share it out on your community tab, or you can also share it out on your social media, no matter how many subscribers you have, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
And
wait a minute, one more comment, then we'll go back to our notes. Roro is saying she thought that they were going to, yeah, she thought they were going to run off together. Good point.
yeah, she
Cause you,
thought that.
cause you know what, Roro, I had to be real. You know what? At some point, like as women, sometimes, and men too do this. I've seen this and I've heard this. We all kind of romanticize love, and sometimes we get ourselves into these what do they call them, situationships, and we're really
Right.
not looking at the practicality of it all. Like
Yeah.
most people aren't gonna break up their marriage of their home. Some people don't mind cheating,
Mm.
but they're not gonna break up their home necessarily just
Yeah.
because they got you caught feelings for them or they caught feelings for you. And another reality is, I know this from years ago, is sometimes people catch feelings for one another at different stages in the relationship. So you can be dating someone and having physical relations with them. And sometimes typically the woman will catch the feelings first. And then, things may cool off with her. She may realize he doesn't want her. And so she kind of backs off. And then now all of a sudden he's got the feelings, right?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm the kind of gal, like my thing is if I'm feeling something for you, you better come on and have them feelings too, or else I'm gonna kind of like just say the heck with it,
Don't always work like that. But
It
yeah.
doesn't, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying because and when the thing that I don't do that I see that's to me very unhealthy and toxic is people do this thing where they go in and out, break up, make up, break. I don't do
Yeah.
that. I don't do
Yeah.
that. I don't play
Yeah.
that game.
Well, a lot of times people enjoy the breakup and makeup sex. It makes it more exciting, more intoxicating. They need something to drive up that, that excitement, physically. So they do that
I
kind of stupid
guess.
stuff. Yeah.
I guess knock yourself out. I've always had good sex without any of that drama, but what knock yourself out?
But they but
You know,
but
I mean, I'm just blessed like that.
yeah, but mom and this minister, they had, famously what Jada Pinkett Smith calls an entanglement. And
Okay.
so, he had to stay with where he was comfortable because I guess community or whatever expects, ministers or
Yeah,
pastors to live a certain
she
way.
said he was a minister, so
Yeah,
I'm
say
gonna
he was
go
a
with
minister.
that. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with that he could not. And like I said, of course, the other part was I just thought about like she was saying him marry her, but the killing part about that, as I thought about it, as I was even saying it, she was already married. So I don't think they're allowing women to marry multiple partners in Nigeria. I think it's just the men that get that treat. So
Right. And then I said in the last podcast that it gives a little insight to background of, why mom is so rigid and mean.
mm-hmm.
What has she gone through? What are some of the things that she's gone through to make her like this? Because you're not just born like this. She went through a lot of powerful men. She had to run that powerful company after the husband died, and take on a lot. And then she had this lover and all these secrets and all, so, something made mom what she is right now. And I don't know if we ever really get deep into that, but I
Not
would love,
deep. You
no,
get some
yeah,
more explanation later on, I think actually in the next episode. You get some more sharing of why she is the way she is. But this is you're right, this is a crucial part, I believe.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
crucial part. But being mean is a choice too, though. I'm gonna say that.
sure
So
is.
so Sarah now, out all alone with just her and Kimmy and feeling lost. Sarah reaches out and tries to call her parents, but on the other side, we see in the home, her parents' home, her father is having heart problems. So
Yeah, because
he,
him and the wife are arguing. They're not
hmm
near the phone when Sarah's calling. The phone is
right,
just ringing, but they're not near it. And they're
hmm
apparently arguing about whatever. I guess the fact that Sarah's gone, the wedding is off, whatever they were arguing about. He had issues
yes,
with his work or something like that. And all of a
hmm
sudden, he just grabbed his chest and falls down. You know,
yeah, he collapses.
yeah,
Exactly, he collapses. It's too much for him. It's a lot of stress going on in the house.
yeah.
So
You know what they say? 80% of illness is stress related. Stress will
hmm,
destroy your body.
wow.
For
Well,
real.
that I think that's a very good point. Stress and also diet. Diet,
Yeah, yeah,
is so
yeah,
important.
yeah.
Let me get back to the comments for just a second and see what you guys are thinking. Yeah, okay, I read that one. Roro said she thought they were going to run off together. We talked about that briefly. Yeah, Roro, I'm like that. I mean, I just don't get all this. We're not gonna do back and forth. That's what we not gonna do. And guys think, I'm really genuinely my daddy's daughter. So like I have, I'm a woman through and through, but I think that a lot of parts of my brain, I use logic a lot more than I use emotion to make decisions. So I'm not getting with that. You can't sweet talk me, baby, 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 all that. No.
Mm.
And I really literally see this is, I think, the craziest part about me, but I love this part about myself the best. When I see someone's personality as ugly and mean spirited, I begin to see them. I don't care how good they look, I begin to see them as unattractive. And
Yeah,
so
and
I,
it's like,
I think
listen,
that's a very good thing to have.
and to Kirby's comment, you put that up. Sometimes we like what's familiarity.
Yeah,
And a lot of
that's
times
true.
people, while they want to continue their escapades without going through any red tape, you know. So
Mm.
instead of going out there and finding somebody new and gotta meet and date and get to know this person, whatever,
Oh, I see what you're
yeah,
saying. Right.
they'll
Gotta
just
court
continue
the
to,
person and date them.
yeah,
Yeah.
all that. They just continue to get their needs met until they find somebody else that they're comfortable with. So yeah.
I guess. And then I
Mm.
guess another part of it is that like you said, sometimes people don't want to date, they don't want to spend the extra effort, time and effort. Um and I think sometimes with women and possibly sometimes even men, over time period, if you've been with a partner who was insecure and wanted you to feel insecure, people don't realize, just like people don't realize there's verbal abuse, your someone can peel away at your self-esteem to the point where so badly where you don't want to date because you don't feel like anybody wants you or that you measure up. you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a real thing. It's like, do you really feel like you measure up? Do you feel like, I think part of my secret to happiness is that I'm happy whether I'm single or whether I'm coupled. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter to me, because, and maybe that's part of being, having grown up as an only child. I'm very self-sufficient in my own skin. I'm very happy, joyous, entertained, entertaining, intellectual. I'm able to meet those needs. I can pick up a book at any time and travel anywhere in the world. I have a great lucid imagination, and it just, it works out well like that, you know?
Yeah, and people who beat other people down, beat down their self-esteem and all that, that's very methodical. That happens a little bit over time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And before
Yeah.
you know it, 5, 6 years down the road, the person literally has no self-esteem and don't see life without this other person. So
Right.
that's very methodical and strategic, and it's done on purpose.
It is. Absolutely is. And that's why I say, when people say there's no such thing, it's just physical abuse, that's absolutely wrong. There is verbal and emotional abuse.
Hmm.
Um, okay, but so Roro is saying, at this point, I was so angry with Sarah's mother because of the way she reacted when Sarah told her what Cola had been doing to her.
Right.
Absolutely, because I can't imagine, like, if my daughter or some young woman in my life that I love told me that a guy was putting his hands on her. Oh no. And no, oh no.
She wanted to allow her daughter to be a punching bag for $1. I mean, that's basically what it is, because they're from the other side of the tracks. They don't have much. They aspire for this affluent lifestyle. It's like, all she got to do is marry this guy, and then we could be on that side of the tracks. Oh my God. But look what comes with that. These beatings, this abuse, this controlling mechanism, all this stuff comes with that, and it's just not worth the buck. You'll never have peace of mind in that environment if she had married Cola.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about something. Sometimes things are so generational. I didn't understand when I was younger. So women from a previous generation sometimes aren't free in their mind. Okay, is how I look at it. And so they're kind of trapped in their generation, and they don't think outside their generation. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, for women in the past, it was probably considered okay if your husband hit you sometimes, slapped you sometimes, oh, at least he's not killing you, he's not shooting you or stabbing you. It's the way some women literally looked at it around the world. So we see this story in Nigeria, but this is in America every day too. Women are getting hit, kicked, punched, slapped, cut, shot, unalive by their husbands and their partners,
And listen, remember the old movies, like way back in the day, Clark Gable and those old movies. It was
Mhm.
it was sexy to slap a woman, you know.
You seen that, you did, because
Yeah,
even
you did.
even with Gone with the Wind, we saw
Right.
the main character, what was her name?
Scarlett Johansson or
Scarlet,
whatever.
yeah,
Mm.
Scarlet being her being slapped,
And
that
frankly,
that
Scarlett, I don't give a damn, all kind so
right,
they,
yeah.
they they made it seem sexy back then, so
Well, some people think
yeah.
it's still sexy, but it's not. It's
Right.
not. It's not.
Yeah.
So
So
anyway, so we said the heart trouble.
Uncle B is hot on the trail.
Hot on the
Uncle B.
trail. He is hot on the trail. Yes. And like I said, we see an entire city. What is that called? If anybody knows, Kirby, are you there? Kirby, what is this entire city on the stilts and the houses? What is that called? Is there a name for it? I really would like to know the actual name for it. I thought it was kind of pretty, even though we know, like he was saying, Alex was saying, it was kind of impoverished. But I actually thought it was kind of pretty, except the only problem is it was scary for me because I don't swim. And
Yeah.
so anyway, Uncle B, he's getting closer. And we move on to the next one. Cola's best friend tells Kimmy that he hopes the police find her, but too late. Uncle B has and a arse whooping ensues. The
Yeah.
girl are no match for Uncle B until a few good bops on Uncle B's head take him down.
Yeah, because before that, Sarah's boyfriend came and just dropped him a wad of money, you know, a big stack of money. And that's when Kimmy had went out on the boat alone to give them some privacy. And she called Cola's best friend. That's when she did that. I guess, guilt
Hmm.
complex or whatever. She called him and she sailed on that boat alone. And he said, I hope they catch both of you, and punish you. for what you've done, because he's still trying to figure out what kind of friend Cola was, what kind of man Cola was. He's still kind of in the dark and hoping for the best. So he wants them to be punished for what they've done.
Right. He does. He wants them to be punished.
But once Kimmy comes back and see that that Uncle B is beating Sarah up, they jump on him, because he's beating them up, but you got to start picking stuff up, hitting them upside the head, which is what they do. And then once they knock them out, they light the place on fire, burn up the money, which was dumb,
Yeah, I didn't get that. Right. And I'm not, what? Again, I'm my father's daughter because I got a gun. You're gonna be unalive. You're gonna be unalive. Eh? Forget them bops upside the head. If I see you moving, quivering, sweating, breathing, you're trying to get me, I'm gonna get you. That's self-defense, right?
They didn't have the gun. It was knocked loose from Uncle B.
I know, but think about it though. When she went, but when she bopped him on the head, so now he's down. Come on now, they knew he had a gun because he was holding it. He came in the shanty with the gun,
and they picked the gun up. Kimmy picked the gun up and put it in her.
But to my point, can you listen to me for 1 second?
My point,
don't call me pudding. I don't like to be called pudding. But to my point, I'm saying if I done bopped you on the head, now it's time for me to finish it off. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Because you're not gonna keep coming after me. That's all I got to say. That's Detroit style. Okay, all right. Call it what you want, but you're gonna be gone. Because if it's between you and me, it's you.
Yeah. And I guess that's what Kimmy thought she was doing by burning the place down. But I would have just put two. I would have put two in them, and that would have been the end of that.
Thank you. Have a nice day, okay? And see you on the other side. Wink, wink.
Right. and of course, he survives the fire.
That's the point I'm saying. You leave him alive to come after you again. That's crazy. What do you guys think? Is it just me? Am I the only one that thinks one between the left and the right? Am I the only one that thinks like that?
Well, not where I'm from. You ain't the only one that think like that.
I know I'm not, but I mean, we got to see our viewers. They may be from a smoother side of the track, so to speak.
Right.
But I mean, I think that's our strong man. That is our strongest desire, is to stay alive. It's survival. Right. That's innate.
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation. That's the term I was looking for. Self-preservation.
That's the number one rule of man. Self-preservation.
There you go. Like I said, if it's between you and me and I got the weapon, bye. See you later.
It's over for you. It's a wrap.
I'm not gonna hesitate. At this point, Roro says, "Oh, wait a minute. How did I get there?"
Yeah, you went back a couple of comments.
I don't know how I went back. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Sorry about that. My bad. VM Vlog, thank you for the virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. Thank you. And then here, this is the one I was looking for. Roro says, yes, isn't it? Isn't it? It's got naked women in it and everything.
All in the shower, naked and dripping and melting with soap, all that chocolate and just going. Oh, never mind. I got lost in thought again. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Slap yourself, okay? Slap yourself, all right? Roro has a good point. She says, remember, the girls are learning how to survive on the fly. I know, Roro.
That's right.
I guess, but the one thing I'm kind of thinking is, if you don't grow up rich, if you don't grow up not even rich, but let's say just very comfortable upper middle class, just never had to worry about food, never had to worry about survival, never had to worry about being physically hurt. But these girls, my understanding was they were kind of working class to lower working class, kind of poor, impoverished. You should know how to fight, to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Is it me?
You should.
Is it just me? Am I the only one that knows how to fight around here?
Yeah.
Ella V says, okay, we get it with the soap, the water, the chocolate. We get it. All right, Alex, we get it.
But Ellen, Aubrey keeps bringing it back up, and every time she bring it up, I get a flashback. That's Aubrey's fault. Look at Roro. Oh Lord, Alex, you got Alex going again.
just foolishness. Just foolishness.
Oh my God. So
It's-
he doesn't. I don't stop. Monique. You know that. So, but yeah. So they burning the place down, and
yeah,
they're escaping.
right. And
You know.
now we get to the city, and they're able to pull that lethal weapon on a guy who really isn't paying attention, right?
Yeah, yeah. But first, the
Oh,
guys give them a ride. You know, into the city or whatever.
okay, yes,
And the guy with the crazy wig, he kind
that's
of
the
likes
one.
Kimmy, but she's not
Yeah.
interested because they're on the run. She don't
They-
care about this right
Ain't
now.
nobody-
You
At
know.
least they got that one part right. I would have really been upset if these girls are not only stupid enough to not know how to fight, but they also are getting the hornies while they're on the run.
Right.
Don't get the hornies while you're on the run.
Yeah, that would have been kind of crazy. So, but then
Focus.
focus. So, but when they find out that because the boyfriend of Sarah, he hits a checkpoint and he got to throw away those fake passports. Okay, he throws them out the window because he don't want to get caught with that. So he doesn't meet them at the escape route, and so now they got to devise another plan to get away or get further away, I should say. And that's when Kimmy says we need to get a car. So she goes back and seduces Mr. Crazy Wig, you know, Mr. Clown Wig, you know. So and she went from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. You know, first she hugging the guy and walking with him and rubbing all on him, and soon as she gets to the car, give me the keys. Give me those keys.
See, now she's a girl after my own heart, because that's what I'm talking about, being your a daddy's girl. That's where you take your smarts and you use everything. You can use your feminine wiles for what you need and how you need to get it, but you focus on the main thing, the main objective, and that's like being really smart to me.
Yeah. She put that gun right in his gut. Give me the keys now. You know,
Now.
and then Sarah's sitting there like, get in the car. What you still standing around for? Get in the car. Why I gotta tell you to get in the car?
I guess she's traumatized. If Roro can say it, I'm gonna say it too. I guess they're traumatized because they're not used to being on the run or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they're out on the road, and they run out of gas though, right?
They do.
And they're walking along to the next city, and that's where they meet the Good Samaritans. Or are they really Good Samaritans?
Are they?
Are they?
Well, at least they give them a ride. You know?
They gave them a ride. They stopped and got something to eat, and they were at the beach, and they felt like, I think the girls were feeling like at that point, wow, we might really make it. We might really make it, you know? They were starting to relax. And so the young lady says, well, I know the good doctor. You guys don't. You look tired. Why don't you go back to the good doctor's house and, you can sleep the night and then get started on your journey in the morning, right?
Right.
Does that make sense to you guys?
I mean, I guess they're seeking some kind of kindness. They've been on the run. It's a beautiful piece of property. These people seem very upstanding. You know, they cook dinner for them. There is another woman there making them feel safe. Okay. So, they kind of got lulled to sleep a little bit. And then, Kimmy is actually she takes the longest shower I ever seen in my life. I mean, I know they're filthy. They've been running, and they probably extra filthy from all the grime and grit from all the cities they've been running back and forth to or whatever. But she's in that shower a long time, and while she's in that shower, of course, the doctor, he comes out and offers, Sarah a drink, come have a drink with me and so forth. So, and then what happens, Aubrey?
I'm sorry. Can you continue on with that thought? Because I was answering a text.
Okay.
A comment. I'm not a text, but a comment.
I got you. So, as I said, Kimmy's taking this long shower, and the doctor approaches Sarah. He's being friendly, and he wants to have a drink with her and a dance with her, or whatever the case is in the house. And first she's apprehensive, but then she agrees to do it. And she has the drink. She comes in with the doctor, and they're dancing or whatever. But all of a sudden, she gets dizzy, and she passes out. So right then and there, you said, and this doctor is crooked. something's going on. You don't know quite what's going on. You think he's going to sexually assault her or something.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. That was kind of my thought. Although, yeah, that was kind of my thought that maybe that's what he was going to do, which was kind of crazy to me too, though, because the young lady that they met in the car with him, like, why do you need to do this? You never know why people do the sexual assault thing.
But
never know.
when I thought it was fishy when he walked the young lady out, he gave her a wad of money.
Well, yeah. Well, now we know as a viewer when we saw that, we knew something was up, right?
Right. Yeah. And then the next comment down, Roro says that what I just said. I thought the Good Samaritans were sex traffickers.
That's it. That's what I thought. You're right. That because I know I had a thought. I've seen this a couple of times now. So yes, that's what it was when I first saw it. That's what I thought because it's two single women. I'm like, they're young, they're good looking. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. So I couldn't understand. With that said, Roro, I couldn't understand why did they even go back to the house with these people? And then when you start accepting food and drinks from people that you don't know, my mother taught me about that very young in life, very early.
But this is desperation. They're on the run. They're hungry. They have no money. Remember, the money burnt up with Uncle B.
Right. But do you remember though too? They had stopped at the beach and they were eating and drinking there. So if I'm eating and drinking at a restaurant where at least I've got a chance that the food is not going to be poisoned because the restaurant is cooking it for everybody, why would I now go back to your house? Is my point.
Well,
why would I go back to your house?
But they're trying to get out of town too. You got to remember, they're trying to get further and further away as well. And these people are going in their direction. So
there's a certain amount of self-sufficiency. When you ask for the ride is to go where? To the city. It's a half an hour, it's an hour, it's 2 hours away, but I'm not spending overnight with you.
Yeah, I'm not even going to your house.
Yeah, I don't want to go to your house. I want you to take me where I asked you to take me to. If you can't take me, take me as close as you can. You're going up this road and then you got to go the other way to go home. Drop me off at this road, on this main road. Don't take me near your house. No, just again.
Right.
City girl right here. So you got to have some kind of smarts and not be naive about everything.
So the episode ends with him dragging Sarah off, and you see her little yellow flip-flops dragging across the carpet. So that's the last shot in that frame. So it's like, what is he going to do with Sarah while Kimmy's in this shower? So stay tuned. Episode 4 coming up.
Right. Well, we got some more. I think we've got a little bit more, don't we?
No, that ended the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, that ended the episode.
That ended the episode, and we see the rest of it. What happens in the next
episode.
Part 4, which is the last and final part, guys. I hope you've been following along and watching the episodes along with us. How many of you put a heart in the chat if you've been watching along with us, or you watched it already and you remember it, or did you kind of go back and get a little refresher too?
Yeah, I know I did.
I did. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, hold on. Roro says, "Oh, that was I thought so. I thought it was." Wait a minute. No, the first time. Remember when they stopped at the beach, Roro? Alex, was that a restaurant or some type of on the road like a truck or something? Didn't they stop to eat? Because they stopped to eat before they went to the house. Remember when they stopped at the beach? I thought they stopped and ate.
The beach wasn't the beach the doctor's house. The beach was the doctor's house.
No, they stopped. Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the young lady, the doctor's? Because I thought she was his wife at first, but apparently she wasn't, right? Or whatever. But the woman who was with the doctor, they stop. They're at the beach and they're looking at the water. And then that's when she asked them, she says, you know what I think you guys should do? This is when she makes the first suggestion. She says, why don't you come to the doctor's house? She says, I'll ask him for you. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. And that way you could get a shower. You could, get a shower and you could spend the night in a soft bed. And see, it sounded so good to them, and that's why I said they had stopped. Maybe they stopped. Maybe it was the restrooms or something. But I could have sworn they were sitting down eating at first.
Right, and I think too. Again, having the woman there, the doctor using the woman threw them off. It gave them a false sense of security.
Absolutely. Because like I
And
said, I mean, my first assumption, and maybe that's just me because I couple people together like that, I just assumed she was his wife, but she apparently maybe it's just somebody that works for hire for this
right,
guy.
right. For what's to come, which we don't
Mhm.
know yet.
We don't know yet.
Right.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you so much. I got one more thing that I want to put up for the replay gang.
Mhm.
Um, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That has been the end of part 3. We'll be back, the holidays. Guys, enjoy your holidays. Stay safe. Try not to overeat, but if you do, eat some for me, okay? Eat some for Aubrey, eat some for Alex. But we'll see you back. We're going to be back tomorrow. Now, for those of you who watched Put a Ring on It and are Kenny fans or Shorty fans or undecided, and you know that there was 2 sides to the story, well, we're finally going to get the second side to that story, right?
Right.
Because Kenny will be in the house tomorrow at 8 o'clock
8
p.m.
o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time, guys. I see you got a
Yeah.
couple of more comments. Wait a minute. Let's see what they're saying. Ellen V said, "I thought the doc." Okay, yeah,
It was on the
at
beach. It
okay,
was.
but Ellen, don't you also remember that they stopped and the girl, the lady that was with the doctor, asked them about going back to the doctor's house. So there was a stop before the doctor's house because why would if they were already at his house, why would she be asking them to come to the house? See, you see what I'm saying?
They stopped somewhere, but I don't recall seeing them eating.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you guys. I'm
Yeah.
gonna prove my case to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, not tomorrow. I'm sorry, Tuesday. So I was saying yes. So
Right.
tomorrow we're on Kenny, and we will be off for the holiday weekend, guys. But we'll be back here on Tuesday to finish up the final episode, part 4. And you say the blood part.
The blood part, which is blood, sisters.
I holler. I love all of you guys. We love you guys, don't we, Alex?
We sure do. And I got one more comment before we go, Aubrey.
Oh, okay.
One more comment. I'm thinking about those wet, naked bodies in the shower, all that chocolate. And
Where's the end the podcast button? Where is the end the